Hi friends, in this video I'm going to explain about how to improve web application performance, especially using Webpack, sport splitting or lazy loading concept. So what we are going to discuss in this video. So what is a web application performance, what is bundle size, and what is a code splitting or lazy loading, how it will improve our web application performance. What is a web application performance? As a developer, everyone wants their site to be load faster. For example, if your application contains even 100 files also, we want to be load our initial page render should be very faster. It should not impact the users. So as per 2019 study also, if a web application initial load takes more than 4 seconds, people will be leaving from the sites. But if it is lesser than 4 seconds, it will be the best conversation rate. So how can we achieve this? So first, what is bundle size? When we develop an application, even in Vue or React.js, so we will be using a third-party Webpack bundler or any other third-party bundlers to make sure all our files into a single bundle.js, or it will be compressed with minified version into a bundle.js. So this is the options in the Webpack. We will be mentioning entry, which will be having our entry file. Mostly it will be like index.js or anything, your entry.js file. So in the output, we will be giving name.bundle.js, which will create the main.bundle.js from using Webpack. So this will create our main.bundle.js from Webpack, and it will load all your applications files into a single bundle. So let's say if you have 100 files, if you are not using port splitting or any other dynamic loading, it will convert all your 100 files content into a single bundle.js. So for example, if you are having your bundle.js, let's say 3 MB, and in the initial load itself, if you are downloading all the content, so it will have impact on your initial first content. So when you are downloading some MBs in your application, it will wait for that file has to complete the downloading the content, and then only it will render your web app page. So how can we avoid this and load faster? Cool. Now let's discuss about what is code splitting. So generally when we are importing any component or router in Vue.js, we will be using this syntax. We will be using the syntax import about from about.view. This means it will be importing all the content from the about.view. So this is more like a routing. So when you are clicking on the about, it will redirect to the about.view. So if you have a component, for example, if you have some component employee.js, so it will load your employee login form or employee form also. It will be import employee from employee.view or something like that. So for coming to routers or components also, we will be generally importing something like this. So what will do, whether we are redirecting to particular routing or exactly the component is rendering into the web page, that doesn't matter. This all the content will be loading into your single bundle file. So what will happen? It will wait for all the content to load. Your web application will wait for all the content to load, and then only it will render the web page. So how can we avoid this? So here comes the lazy loading or dynamic loading. So instead of importing something like this, if you are importing const about, this is ES6 syntax. So import webpack chunk name about. This is the magical comments from the webpack. So here you are defining that your bundle file name for the about.view is something like about.bundle.js. So here we have to mention the path. If you are not giving this webpack magical comments, it will be something like 0.js or 1.js based on the how many dynamic files you are loading. So now cool, let's see the demo. So here first I'm including all the import statements as a normal base comments, normal base imports, not like a dynamic import. So I have run this application using npm start. So when I'm in home page, I'll clear all cache and load it. If you see here, my bundle has been created with main.bundle.js, which is 3.7 MB. Okay. So this is the actual size, and this is the, while downloading that content, it took 1.1 MB, and which is 434 milliseconds. And here you can see this coverage as well. How can you go to this coverage tab is here in the more tools. If you see this coverage, it will be open. So now let's refresh this. So here in this bundle.js, the total bytes is 3.7 MB. So unused is 2.9. That means, see here, the red color one is not used, only the blue color one is used. Let me open up this. Okay. So here, if you observe, my code splitting class is code splitting. Okay. So, sorry. Let me open this. I have opened Control F code splitting. Here the class content is here. Even though if I'm not redirecting to this code splitting route, even I'm not redirecting to this, but still the code has been included in this bundle. So which is not really required. So until unless I'm redirecting to code splitting. So now let's say I'm redirecting to code splitting. I'll clear this and refresh. So now here you can see 258. And if we are saying this, now which is really used. So what happens here, even though until unless you are routing to the code splitting, it is included in your basic bundle file. So how can we remove this now? So I'll go back to home page. In your file, I'll comment these two and uncomment okay. So what happens now, I'm doing the dynamic loading and I'm defining the webpack names code splitting or my info. Let's rerun this. So it's completed. Go back to your browser, clear cache and reload this. So if you see here, now your bundle is 3.6, which is reduced to 0.1 MB. I'm clearing this. Refresh. So if you see here, the code itself, the components code itself is not even included here. Okay, see here. Only the path has been included because you have to redirect means it has to load. Otherwise, the files code is not even included here. So now here you see. When I click on code splitting, it will include a new bundle which is codesplitting.bundle.js. Okay, so which is actually 181 KB. So when I click on my info also, it will be included as a new file 17 KB. So this example I have tried with very minimal files, but let's say if you have more files and more content, which is impacting your first content paint also. That means if you are including all your files in the basic bundle, so your first content will wait until your bundle has been generated everything. So it will impacting on that as well. So that and all you can check with the Lighthouse by generating the report. Hope you understand this and you like this video. For any comments or clarification, please comment me. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this. Please subscribe.